Hi guys, it's Vakru here, and today it's a beginner's guide to the new season. I will just go through the major changes in the patch. I won't talk about the new items because um, you can read it, yeah, what these items are doing, and that's everything. You can read it for yourself, and now your shop is giving you advices on what you should buy against somewhat, or against what. So let's just jump to it fast. There are the visual updates to the items, new skins, and item shop changes, and more things in the new patch, which is going to be the preseason changes to the season 11. So we have actually to adapt to it and overcome our demons and show everyone in the next season that we are the best and we reach the challenger. Yeah, am I right? Are you going for it? So the item shop is changed a lot. It looks right now like this, and the recommended items. This is the new thing. Right now it's just suggests you the good items, not the bad ones, which it was doing on many champions. Now it will just suggest you the good items for you, and what is it good against, and if it's good for your champion. Sometimes it will just say it's generally good. They won't say that this item is good against some people because when I was playing Kitelyn, I had like if I was playing versus any AD assassins or something or AD carries, then I always had Zonia, so it helps you a lot. You don't actually have to think about the items which are you going to buy because the game will say what you should buy. And the funny thing is that I think like Riot wants to make people so kind of brain dead, but you know it's much easier to start when you are a newbie. So with these changes, maybe more people will just start the game. For me, most of the visuals looks awful, but some of them are pretty cool. And there's no catalyst of ions. Don't just don't bait for it because why is there catalyst of ions? They remove it. Okay, so as I said, the recommended items. It will just show you what is good. What is it doing is the burst damage, slowing enemies with active, which is on Everfrost, the new midi item, and Liandry, because it's anti-tank, it just burns you the enemies. I mean, just burns enemies for their max health. By the way, Cassiopeia isn't a tank. Yeah, but she's building some health. You have two left bars. I mean, three even. The first ones are the potions, wards, and control ward. You have like to just click on it to show you more, and you can actually go for the another pots, and you can afford the other trinkets later. That's the bad thing because it doesn't show in all items things. You just cannot like search with the scroll. You have to write it in the searching, or I mean in the search, or just go through with this left bar, which is kind of bad. I would say that if they will add it to the all items, then it would be much better because I can just click it and I can find it easily. And same goes for the boots. I'm really disappointed with that I cannot go for the all items and just click on the boots. I have to go from the left bar. So you have to adapt to it if you're an experienced player already. And there's the one bar, which is your items. You have to click show more and it will show your items. I don't know why it's not showing just at the start. You have to actually click this arrow to show you more. So that's a stupid thing. I think that they will change it the preseason because that sucks for me. Like I really loved the thing that I could like go to the all items and find anything with my scroll. That was a really great experience for me. And okay, that's everything I would say here. Let's go to the mythic items. I won't talk about the mythic items. I will just say generally what is it. The mythic items, you can only buy one mythic item. The mythic items are so overpowered. They're so broken. When you're not going for the first item, for the mythic item, then you will be so much behind. Only you can go for the Manamion, if I remember well, on the Kaiser, Ezreal, or maybe something as well. But not going for the mythic items when you're playing rank. I mean, yeah, solo queue, ranked games. It's like hinting for sure. The mythic items are so much broken. I mean, they are so more broken than other items in the game. Of course, some of the mythic items are better than other mythic items, but it depends on the champion, because some of them are better for some champions than on the others. So just remember this thing: you're always going for the mythic items on the first item, and has a snowball because the mythic items always gives you some of the 3% movement speed, and you have to know about it that legendary items are the items which are the full items, and they are not mythic because they don't have these passives which are crazy, yeah. So the mythic items, as I said, you're going for it first, and they are so broken, and choose wisely what are you going for. Because when your enemy laner will go for the good mythic item and you will go for the bad one, then mostly you will lose. But the suggested items are helping you a lot, because it says what is good against your laner mostly. If I'm playing the mid lane, then I would say mostly. But I'm the castling main, so I cannot talk about it that much, because I'm always like playing against squishy on the mid lanes. The mid lane. Really, many items are broken here. Like, you have to read by yourself. I won't talk about them because I don't have to. I just want to talk about the major changes in the game. Okay, stat updates. Ability haste. There's no cooldown reduction right now. The cooldown reduction capability was at 40, and with the 40%, and with the cosmic insight from the runes, you could have 45 cooldown. I mean 45% cooldown reduction. But right now there's like no percent cooldown reduction. I mean it is, but you have to like point on your ability haste to actually show you for how much your abilities cooldown will be reduced. So ability haste, there's like no cap, there's like no maximum amount or value to gain access. I mean to get, because you can just go for ability haste build full, but it's not that strong, because the midi guys are so broken. So even if you will go for the ability haste build, then it won't work, because the game will end, because before you will get the power spike, and going just for the ability haste is not good as well, because the items are so random with the highest ability haste in the items, of course. So in the items, because it's like some of the items have 30% ability haste, and the rest are like 25, 20. But if you will go just for the 30%, then the items are completely different, and some of them are are AD, some of them are AP, and some of them are just tank items. So going for them is not going to make you good. If you want to play URF, just go on the URF, guys, for sure. There's like no big change, because they in these champions which were going for the cooldown reduction, there's still ability haste on the items which they were going for. So not much change. It's only the name, and that there's no cap, so you can actually have fun in the normals going for the full ability haste build. But in the competitive, it's like no big change at all. So vampiric effects, the change is that lifesteal didn't change. Physical vamp, heal from physical damage dealt by basic attack and abilities. And Omni Vamp is like the Hextech Gunblade passive. Heal from all sources and types of damage, 53 effective for AoE damage and pet damage. I know what's pet damage, to be honest. I have to look for it. I think maybe that's a Kaiser Q, maybe something like this. So overall, lifesteal didn't change. The new thing, physical vamp. and it's like physical vamp is for this elixir of brave, this 500 potion, which were you going to buy after finishing the full build. So they just like changed the name of it and added to some items. And Omnivamp is the gun, just a gunblade passive from the item they removed. They just gave the Omnivamp to some items, so you can heal with your skills, yeah, and damage everything you're doing with your auto attacks. So there's no like big change in it at all. The big change is a critical strike. Right now, after the 4 items, you won't have 100% 100% critical chance. Now only after 5 items. So actually, after the boots and 5 items, you will have access to 100% crit chance. So you're thinking, oh no, that's a Jhin nerf. No, just don't fall for that. Guys, Jhin is so broken right now. With 3 or 4 items, he can actually one-shot the people with 2 auto attacks and Q. I mean the squishy ones. So, like, just don't be fooled by it. Jhin is really broken right now. Because the items are really great on him. Movement speed gives him a lot. I don't know. Jhin is really good with this critical strike nerf, and base critical damage, critical strike damage is nerfed. So normally when you had 100 AD and you did a critical strike, you was going to deal 200 damage, but right now you're going to deal from this 100 AD with critical strike 175 damage. So that's a big change, to be honest. I mean, in the damage, it's not that big, but in the difference between the damages before and right now, it's a big changes. Because the broken items are on ADC, maybe not that broken, but like everywhere are broken items, but ADCs have really good items, so it's not that big. I mean, this change affect the game, but ADCs are not going to be worse than they were. They are just going to be better, for sure. Legendary items, as I said, you can just buy them how much only you want. There's like the final items which you're going for. They are like worse than mythic items, but they are like good. They're like normal items, yeah. There's like mythic item, which is the best and on the highest tier, and then you're going for the legendary item, so that's the rest. So that's the final items which you're going for. They added the Force of Nature. I really like this item, but they changed it. It's not the old Force of Nature which was broken. That's unlucky for me. They added some really good items, to be honest. Okay, updated legendary items. So that's the legendary items, which was changed a little. The massive changes on the Ginso. You have to read it, guys. It now doesn't give you it doesn't give you penetration, armor and magic penetration. 15% was, and it doesn't give you the AP damage. The Manamion and I mean the tier now only stacks for 450. It doesn't stack to 750. So it's worse to be honest. It's worse to actually stack it because you cannot just play the skills in the base. Because the thing is that you have to play on the enemies, minions, or the champions, then you will get some mana from the items. This doesn't give you magic resistance right now. Okay, the balance changes to the legendary items. Okay, now right now that's a massive change in the jungle. You're going to start with the Hayblade or Ember Knife, and Hayblade is a chilling smite, and the Ember Knife is a challenging smite. So the blue and red smite difference. The thing is funny that they're not. I mean, there's no difference in it. It's the only difference is that in the smite. And what they are doing, there's no difference. if I remember well. Yeah, there's no difference. It's only the difference in the smites, the red or the blue one. You have to choose the peel, if I'm right. The funny thing and very good thing that after smiting 5 minion camps, you're going. I mean jungle camps. You're going to. This item will disappear, but the every things which these items are doing will stay on you. So you have the free item slots, so you can actually go for the mythic items after just starting with it. So that's really good because junglers won't be behind because they have to finish the jungle item and they will have a additional slot, so they will be, I think, stronger in the late, kinda. I don't know. I'm not playing jungle, so that's hard to say, but they're strong in the early game because in the late game it's still to be an ADC mid and top difference mostly. Or if you're going to play Kha'Zix, then mostly you will just 1v9 because of the Dazzle Blade, which is so broken. But the jungle items are really cool, and I really appreciate the changes because you have to go for these mythic items as fast as possible to actually gain the power to the one-shot everyone on the rift. The changes to the jungle camps, the good change is that the Gromp is not dealing more damage with the first auto attacks, and he's giving you the health back when you kill it. And there are some movement speed, health changes. I won't talk about because there are not that major changes to the jungle. There's not something hard in the jungle to actually clear or anything because still many champions which was designed to play jungle can still play it, and they are clearing every camp and everything easily. Epic items are the items you're going for before you will have access to actually complete the legendary items, so they are like mid items before you will get to your legendary item or mythic item. And now you can start with the tier. That's the big change, and that's a great thing for the Kai'Sa and Ezreal mains because you will have access to your power spike with the mana immune faster. But sometimes you don't want to go for the tier at first. Sometimes you want to go for the Dora's Shield or Dora's Ring or Dora's Blade because it gives you a better power spike in the early game. But the tier, of course, is a really good item, and I mean that's massive change. But like I said, stacking the tier right now it's much harder than it was because you can't just play for free your spells anywhere in the map on the map, and you will get the bonus mana from it. You have to play on something for on the minions or the enemy champions or jungle minions. I mean jungle camps stack as well. There's not much changes in the starting items. Every support item got nerf. I don't know why, but they think that support is broken real. I would say a little maybe it is. That's the biggest change here. There's no Ninja Tabis in the game. They just changed the name of Ninja Tabis to the plated steel caps, which is terrible. Terrible. And every show looks terrible in this game as well. I don't know why they changed the name. I don't get it. Okay, they removed some items. These items were just changed to the mythic items. And these items were delayed. So, Adaptive Helm, I don't know why. That was like a must buy for the tank. Again, is the Cassiopeia or Rice. Grail, which was great on the support, but that's an ardent nerf on the support. I really like it. Frozen Mallet, like not many champions were playing with it. Hexer Gunblade, they just like changed the item, to be honest, and they gave the Omnivamp to the one it's Rift Maker. That's a new Hextech Gunblade, but more champions can actually play it because of it. I'm kind of sad because I really like to play with Kale, but it's okay, and Akali as well. But with all the Rift Maker, they are still broken. I mean, I don't know about the Kale, but I know that Akali is one of the top tiers right now in the mid lane and top. Spellbinder, unfortunately Vladimir, but you have free Spellbinder just from the new Proto Belt, which is an mythic item. Rod of Ages, I'm really disappointed with that. I cannot go for the Kassadin build that easy how I was supposed to. I'm really disappointed with that. I really wanted to just go, and I was looking for the Rod of Ages the whole 2 days, and I couldn't find it, and I'm really sad because of it. But it's the change. I have to adapt it and show that still Kassadin can be playable everywhere. Static Shift, Inting Yasuos and Jonas are sad, but not many people. I mean, not many champions were going for the Static Shift. The Phantom Dancer was better at every stat, to be honest. This 10% attacks, 10% bonus attack speed from the Static Shift wasn't that good, and passive wasn't better than a Phantom Dancer, which was saving your life many times. Twin Shadows, too powerful, and plays a warping when tuned to be poor caseable. So the glacial builds are really weak right now, because there's like glacials are going to be played by the champions which actually can work with the glacial by themselves. So like Senna, if I remember well, I know that more champions can actually work with the glacial. Jowling Feast removed, Chalice of Harmony removed, Bilgewater Cutlass removed, and Catalyst of Ions removed as well. So that's the things. Runes are always the major thing right now. Conqueror nerf, Bloodline nerf. It now only gives 9% lifesteal, not 12 like it was supposed to. And the healing at max stacks is decreased by 6%. It was 8 for the ranged champions, so maybe ranged champions are still available because that's only the 2% change, so that's not much. They wanted to nerf Raven's Hunter because in the jungle and everywhere you could play with it, and that was kind of broken. And that was a free healing, so in the jungle you weren't going to die at any point of the game. And right now it's kind of nerfed, so you have to be kinda, I don't know how to say it. You have to look for yourself before going for the camp in the jungle. Presence of Mind change, that's a massive change. You're not getting the bonus mana or energy after the kill. Because I mean you're not getting bonus, but you're getting the maximum mana. It was 20 before, and now it's 15, which is a huge nerf to Kassadin because you cannot get the free jump because of the kill. But the thing is that in the laning phase, the presence of mind is better because the magical enemy champion increase your mana regeneration by some level, and energy users as well. They will get some energy regeneration. So I would say that's a nerf to presence of mind, to be honest. I really enjoyed the presence of mind before it, and now they are like Rise. I think it's very happy about it, and Anivia as well, because they are the champions which need mana always. I think AP Cogmath as well can be available right now. Okay, Transcendence, it's a massive change. You're getting at the level 5 plus 5 ability haste, level 8, and at the level 11, after the takedown on the champions, your remaining cooldown of basic abilities are going to be reduced by 20%. Cosmic Insight is no longer increasing your CDR cap or grant CDR because there is no cooldown reduction in the game, but it gives you 10%. 10 item haste. Just remember, there's like no there's no percents in the haste. It's only that a flat stat. 10 item haste and summoner spell haste 15 summoner spell haste. I think that's like didn't change. Like that much didn't change. It's still the same thing. And Ingenious Hunter, after the ghost remove and ghost remove from this one item, Twin Shadows, and that Everfrost is not a Hextech GLP like it was. I think that many people will not playing it, won't play it because it's not that broken. Only maybe Predator junglers will play it, or maybe mid laners. I know only Predators I think will play it. Only the thing is that it's not like cooldown, it's item haste. Ability haste, rune stat, yeah, so you're not getting, it's only 8 ability haste. It's not like per level stat gain, it's only 8 ability haste. Time Warp Tonic, the change is that no longer puts the consumable on a short cooldown. If consumables are stacked, the instant restoration is applied after the duration of the initial. Okay, I kind of don't understand it, but I think that when you're going for the more than one consumable, for example, the corrupting potion and the cookie, the instant restoration is applied after the the instant restoration when you're using the corrupting potion will work, and you will use the cookies. It won't work on the cookie, but it will work for the corrupting potion. After the corrupting potion will end, then it work for the cookie. Like, I think that's something stupid, but I don't get it. I think it's like this. The nerfs are the Kitelyn headshot nerf. Passive, so that's a headshot because the thing is that critical has been nerfed. Gene nerf because to be honest, I appreciate this nerf because this gene is broken right now. Senna changes because the crit nerfs, Tryndamere changes because the crit nerfs, Yasuo and Yone changes because you cannot afford the 100% on the Yone and Yasuo and 100% crit chance, and now you just have to go for the 120 crit chance on the champion, but you can only have 100% critical strike chance. So here you're going to play with the pass. For every one additional critical strike chance, you will get the half AD. So when you have this 120 critical strike chance, then you will have 10 bonus AD. Akali energy Q nerfs. Katarina is every skill is right now on hit effect. I don't know why. They just nerfed the AD damage from the ultimate because they removed the Gunblade, yeah. Kale buff because she's getting from AP attack speed right now from the passive, but that's only 2% AP, so it's not a big buff. And Ornn, it's the massive buff to Ornn. Now he only upgrades the mythic item. Now the buffs are, the buffs from the upgrading the item are not like, just please upgrade me Rabadon because the most broken gives me the most damage. And now it's always the around 1000 gold. Masterwork limit, now you can only have one upgraded item for the Ornn because you can only have access to one mythic item. And right now Ornn is getting 10 bonus health percent, 10% bonus health, armor and magic resistance, so they gave him bonus health, and with the upgrades he can actually get to the 30% bonus health, armor and magic resistance. I don't know what they were doing. Riot, I don't understand it. The Ornn will be unkillable here. And for every upgraded the item, he gains 5% bonus health, armor, and magic resistance. So at fully stack in the late game after getting for the level 18, I believe, and you upgraded every item of your teammates, then you're going to have 30% bonus health, armor, and magic resistance, which is crazy for me. Victor doesn't have hex core right now at the start, and he cannot upgrade it. Now he gains some stacks from the minion kills, large minion kills, and champion takedowns. And after getting 100, he can upgrade his basic ability. And after, of course, upgrading the 3 abilities, his Chaos Storm, which is his ultimate, is going to upgrade automatically. Mana growth is stronger, and Death Ray, which is his E, the lesser one, they upgraded. I mean, they buffed 10% of the first and on the second cast after the upgrade. The mana growth, like every mana which was kind of based on the mana, got the buff. They are getting plus 20 increase to mana growth. So, for example, Kitelyn was getting 65-7 mana per level, and now he's getting 87. It works for every champion. Brand nerf, Amumu nerf, Allies buff, Seraphine base mana regen nerf, passive buff in the late game, buff in the late game for the Q, and kind of nerf for the base damage, but damage to minions is increased, so it will be much easier to clear the waves as a mid laner. And that's a massive change. Twitch is valuable right now on the, as an AP champion, and Slow from his W scales with AP, he scales with AP as well, and his passive, the stacks which you're giving the enemies are getting scaled with his AP as well. I think that it can be a really funny build. I will just go into it. I think I will just play with it because I think that AP Twitch will be funny. I have to try it for sure. The Volibear change that attack speed per stack is going to change that if you're going for the AP Volibear. I don't know why they want to make this champion AP. And E damage is going to increase on the minions. So that's an easier, much easier wave clear. Or, no, minions, so wave clear. So they want to play Volibear as a laner. There's they're talking that about the heal indicator. So right now it will show you for how much amount you're going to heal. Aram changes, end of the season, it already ended, and Lucian skins ranked update that's a great thing, because when you're going from the Division 4 to Division 1, then you're going to have no promo. When you're getting to 100 LP, then you're going to get another rank, high rank, but when you lose a game on the 0 LP, then you will going to demote. And from the division, I mean, from the gold 1 to the platinum, then you will have you will play the promos, I believe. Yeah, only between the divisions in one rank, there is like no promos. So that's a great thing. You're going to climb much easier. Client updates, bug fixes, and they added new skins. So I think that will be everything for this video. I hope you guys, I kind of helped you with understanding the new season, which is going to be played soon. I think that there will be some changes, but I will talk about this if they will change something. So for now, that was everything. I hope you enjoyed. Give a like. But I can what you think about the changes. If I said everything good, are you okay with what I said, or maybe you want to say that I said something really bad and you want to just inform me with it, and I will change it in the further videos, in the next videos. And don't forget to subscribe as well. So that was everything. Bye guys.